A bit of a subdued diva today, but never mind, we'll get there. Welcome to your daily aspects and influences for Thursday, the 8th of July. Now, I always love an 8th day because I call it the Destiny Day. And sometimes, for me particularly, lots of different things happen on an 8th day. Interesting things. Not all positive, but mainly very positive. And so I'm looking for that today. It's a month which is a 7, go within, introspection. Expressing ourselves is the 3 year, and the overall is a 9, so we can sort of expect things to complete today as well. Destiny things, I'd say. There's a waning moon in in Gemini. And why I said Mercury is that Mercury rules Gemini, you see. And Mercury is about the mind, the mercurial, the speedy communications that we have. And so we could get a letter or a phone call bringing something to an end. Have you ever been dumped on the internet with an email? I don't want to see you anymore. Duh. You know, people who do that, I feel they have something less in their emotional content than they can do with. I think everything to the face-to-face or the best we can do is better. You know, we need to have love and compassion for each other. But it could be one of those days today. Don't take it too personally. Say, well, one fish gone, plenty more in the sea. Whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter. If something like that does happen to you, darling, take a little walk. Have a little sit in the park, the garden, the woodland or the forest or wherever. I think I've covered them all. No matter where you are in any part of the world, you will find a park, a garden, a forest, a woodland, a paddock. You know? Go and sit in it. Just look at the grass. If the wind's blowing, watch the grass. It goes away. It goes this way if the wind blows. It goes that way if the wind blows. You know, we have to become more versatile and don't take things to heart, darling. So just remember that if something happens today with what you've got to take to heart, think, nah, I'm not taking this too personally. There's always two sides to every story. It's not all about me. It's about the other person or the other situation. And I'm just going to go off and I'm going to sit somewhere and I'm going to enjoy nature. That's the way for me today, and stuff the rest of you. That's what I'm going to do. Take the prompts from the diva, because that's what she's going to do. Of course, watch what you eat. Keep a check on those carbs and the salt intake. The lighter you eat some days, the happier you'll be. You can have a big fat meal any other time, but today it's a lighter way to be. Let's look at the tarot. Right. Trusting the masculine energy after listening to the feminine and acting on it. The spiritual vibration, this is a very spiritual day for us all. It's a destiny day. Be aware that things are going to happen today for a reason. If somebody goes out of your life, say, oh, there's a bigger picture happening here. There's some other thing happening. Don't take it too personally. And then out comes the Empress, which is the card of love, new relationship. Get ready to enjoy the next level because something's going to happen. There is going to be much joy. You will wear, regardless of what happens to you today, darling, and something may or may not, just depending on what your karma is, but you'll wear the crown of victory on the sword of challenge and you'll go forward with great joy and upliftment. You have to trust the bigger picture. Here's the Hierophant. Now, the Hierophant talks about the hierarchy, and you often hear me talk about the hierarchy. I have a council of 12 that I call upon all the time. I'm always at them. And sometimes, most times, they answer me, but sometimes I've got to work it out for myself. That's the time when, like last week was a bit of that week, where I went blur, you know. But just remember that everything will be brought into balance. If you think there's any unjustness in anything that happens to you this day, Thursday the 8th of July in the year 2010, just don't take revenge, darling. Don't get bitter and twisted. Say to yourself, follow the words of the Psychic Diva. So Leyna says, look, the universe balances its books. You don't have to do anything. It balances its books, positive and negatively, and what someone puts out they will have to deal with later. Remember that for yourself as well. So positive thoughts, love vibration, nurture yourself, take care, and follow the advice.